Welcome back to another Layer by Layer, the 3D Thursday edition. Yeah. I'm mic'd up here with a better mic, so hopefully we don't have any audio problems. So this is a continuation of the PiGRRL splitting it in half project for printers that have a small bed. So I figured I'd update you guys on the last print I showed you on stream number 2, which was yesterday. I shared with you guys sort of a new thing I wanted to do. Instead of using finger joints, I wanted to do something where it used sort of these snap fit lipped things that you've seen on these type of enclosures, where it has a lip here and a little clamp mechanism. I tried doing that on the side walls of this, and that didn't work too well. So there's just, when you print geometry at a different orientation, sometimes it's not as good. So because I'm running out of room and this takes a little bit more thickness than it needs to, I'm not going to do this. So what I wanted to do in this stream, it just falls right apart. The finger joints are definitely a lot better. Like, this is the finger joint method here. Definitely a lot better. No glue, just snap fit friction stuff. So what I wanted to do is just update the CAD model this morning and sort of redact all the stuff that I did. So if you look here, make sure everything is good.
Redact means to
take it away, no?
Okay.
So this is what I created in the last stream, or at least I showed you a little bit of it. So it has like this snap fit clamping thing. So you can see here, this doesn't print too well on the Z, like printing upwards. It doesn't print too well. So again, it's like the same thing as this one here. Like, this is a nub, and then the top piece is, or the bottom piece has that little clamp mechanism. Does not print too well, at least this size. And I'm running out of room because the component, the PCB, the PiTFT is like, it cuts right into it. So that's not a good idea. So I'm just going to remove all the stuff that I did there. And that's what's kind of cool about Fusion, is that you can try things out, and if it doesn't work, you can delete chunks of something. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to, let me close this real quick. There you go, so I can see more of my workspace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go back. So I think it's somewhere over here. Yeah. So from here to here is all the features that created all these things. So I'm just going to remove them all. So I'm going to right click and hit delete. And it should remove all this stuff there. Okay. Now I'm going to have quite a few problems because what I've done is I have rolled back in the timeline just before I started doing all the finger joint stuff. So if I move forward, I expect to see a bunch of problems, and we can fix those just by sort of editing each error point and then just adjusting them like that. So this is in the timeline where I haven't added any finger joints. It's just a straight cut. So I actually might want to get rid of those too, because I used these cutting tools to do the cuts as opposed to using a plane to do the cut. So I think I might want to remove those too. So I think I started somewhere around right here is where I made the plane, and then here's the cut, and then here's movement of something. So I'm going to try to remove these guys, or just suppress them for now. Whoa, I clicked on the wrong button. I don't know what it did. Whatever it did, it completely removed my timeline. So hopefully we can just Control Z that. I think it said like convert and then ... I'm not sure what that did. Hopefully it didn't destroy the file. So I'm beach balling right now, which is always a healthy sign of I'm not sure what's going to happen. If it all fails, I'm just going to quit and open it again. Nope, it's all good. So what I was trying to do is suppress these features, right? And instead I said convert to DM feature, direct modeling. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to suppress the features here. And then now if I look at the part, it's still a hole now. The copy, at least anyway, is still a hole. So there's no cut yet. And I'll try to step forward let's just step all the way forward and see what happens. I'm sure things will not go well. We've got a couple errors there. Remove body, top case, 2 and 3. This, however, looks good. This right here is exactly what I want. This is basically what this is right here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. This is what this is. So all those features were okay. Now, if I bring back oh, they're completely gone. The top piece is completely gone. At least the top piece that's split is gone. So that might be what happened here. So maybe I suppress this one here because it removes something wrong. And then I'm taking a look at the, yeah, it's still gone. And then what happened over here? Let's suppress that one. Okay, there we go. So we got something there. This is it back here, and then this is here. Okay. There's just no finger joint here in the top. So we're pretty close. It's just weird that, I expect it to be a little bit of an error situation. Maybe if I unsuppress these guys. No, I'm pretty sure that these two here aren't related to the finger joint here. So I'm going to probably end up kind of redoing that that finger joint for this top piece anyway. So I have the top cutter here still, and basically what I did was, yeah, you can see I have to move it a little bit. It's a little bit off. So I'm going to move that. Maybe one of these will allow me to move it. Probably not. I'll have to make a new one. That's fine. So I'm going to move that. Click on the move. Select this guy up here. Did not click it yet. There you go. So I'm going to try to line this up as best as I can with the actual cut. That looks good. And that looks pretty straight centered, maybe a little bit more up. That should be okay. Trying to get it as centered as I can. All right, and then what I'll do is I'm going to cut this from that. So I'll use the split body command. So that's the body, and then the splitting tool is this entire piece here. And I'll hit OK. Now I can hide the cutting tool so I can see what's going on here. So I need to hide this guy for a second. Not that one. One that's highlighted, this guy here. And then what I'll do is I'll remove this piece, which is, if I click on it, it gives me a highlight here in the browser. So I can hit remove, not delete, remove. And then I have something here that's a little bit weird. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's from the other piece. So what I'll do next is merge these two guys, combine them. So I got the combine feature and just combine these two. Hit OK. It just joins them. And then I'll hide this guy and bring back one of these guys here, probably top, this one here. And it looks like I cut these guys here off, so I need to merge them back. So I'll just do another combine. This, and this. Okay. And it looks like I'm missing the gap from this sort of triangle piece here. And it must be, oh no, it's still, well, yeah, it's missing. So it's probably one of these guys here, not that one. Maybe this one, nope. I must have removed it then with this guy here. If I suppress this. I should see that, yeah. So I need to find a way how to add this back. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Wonder if I can put that back, unsuppress. One way to probably do it quick is to use the push and press command. Just key on your keyboard and then pull it out by 0.2 millimeters. Yeah, that's going to be the quickest way to do it. So now I can combine this and I should be done. So that it's joined. Okay, so that's good. Now I'll bring back, well, let me fix some things here. This is going to be split B. And then split A is at the top here. Just kind of rearrange my layers to make more sense of them. And at this point, I'll check everything, make sure it's good. So that's all good. The finger joint looks fine. It's got my 0.2 millimeter gap. There's my gap over there. I think that's all good. And there's no irregularities that I notice here in the nub areas near the top of the case. That all looks fine. And then just want to check, make sure my audio isn't glitching out. Here's the bottom piece. Those finger joints are all intact. And that looks good. Now I'm going to clean up the timeline a bit. So I'm going to remove all these ghosted out things because I don't need them. They're suppressed anyways, and I don't plan on bringing them back, unsuppressing them. So I just need to get rid of them. There's one over here too that's a little bit weird. This one. Yeah. And then this one here. So that looks okay. Most of the errors, I got a couple warnings, but I'm going to ignore those for now. So that's it. Let's bring this back over here, just to keep them like that. All right, so that looks good to me. I'm going to save this out, export them, and then upload them to Thingiverse, Pinshape, Umagine, and the like. Just give a little description. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to clean up the CAD this morning and share with you guys the results from yesterday. I gave it a try. It didn't work out. You know, a lot of the times you got to try an error, especially with
Nothing prints out perfect the first time.
and you don't know if it's going to print, because I never printed this type of mechanism up on the Z. So this proves it that it's not the best way in that orientation, and finger joints is definitely a better way to go about it. I hate doing that when like you try something and like your first attempt was better than your second attempt. That happens quite a bit. So all right, I'm going to export these guys out, and we're going to do the 3D Hangout show at 11. Gives me time to freshen up and whatnot. I guess I could take some questions in the chat or something, if anybody has some questions. Oh, you've been in the chat?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nothing so far.
Sure, I don't understand the question. Ahmed is studying at university at Turkey. He wants to try Adafruit, and how can I improve myself? Just try picking out projects and learn by doing is the best way just to do it, yeah. And if you don't have access to the tools, you know, there's always that thing. You have access to the tools. There's always reading up on it, checking out local maker spaces and stuff is a good way too. So hopefully that helps. That's about it, folks. Just want to do a quick short one. It's been 15 minutes so far. So again,
Tune back in an hour and a half for 3 Hangouts.
Yep, Pedro's saying tune in to an hour and a half. We'll have 3D Hangouts coming up in just an hour and a half or less, whatever.
That intro,
Yeah, which one?
the new one.
I don't have it here.
All
But
right.
anyway, thanks guys for checking out today. I will see you guys in just a little bit. Bye, folks.